Hello everyone and welcome back to Learn to Love DIY. Today I am creating a beautiful Mother's Day card using the Timeless Tulips, the stamp set, and I will also be using the Specialty Designer Series paper from the Parisian Blooms bundle. And sorry about that, just hit the camera. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to make this card today. We're going to start off with the base card, which is in Whisper White, that measures 8.5 inches by 5.5 inches. And then you also need a piece for the inside, which you're going to be stamping, that measures 5.25 inches by 4 inches. And then I have a piece of the DSP. We're going to be using the reverse side, that measures 5.25 by 4 inches. Another piece of the Whisper White that I have embossed, if you can see, with the Scripty 3D embossing folder. So you'll be needing that. And then a piece of Whisper White. And then you'll need a small piece of Petal Pink that measures 1/2 inch by 2 3/4 inch. And then another small piece of the Whisper White for the sentiment that measures 3/4 by 1 3/4 inch. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and get started as we usually do with folding our base card. I'm going to go ahead and take my bone folder. Make sure that's nice and crisp. We have that. And then we have our DSP that'll go on top of that. And we can definitely get started with this one. So let's go ahead and adhere this top layer, and then we can do some of our stamping. Get closer to the lines. I'll put this away for now. So there is our front, and I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and start, like I said, with the stamping. So let me put this aside for just a minute. We're going to be using 3 different colors today: Pool Party, Smoky Slate, and Petal Pink. I'm going to first take my Pool Party, and what I'm going to do, since I wanted to have like that vintagey, dirty look for the little pocket that I'm using for the flowers, I'm going to go ahead and use just a makeup sponge that I had. I'll bring this over, and I'm just going to go ahead and smear it all over the card, and I may be forwarding this part. I'm going to put that away for just now. And what we're going to be doing is treating it like an envelope. And we're going to fold the edges inward, both of them at the same time, until they just barely overlap, like this. And then I didn't do any measurements for this, so then you're just going to take your bone folder and just help them crease that way. And then do the same to the opposite end. Okay. So one of these ends I'll just fold up, and you want to fold just a smidge, not too much, to create that pocket. Okay. And then all I'm going to do is adhere it by using some Tombow again on these 2 little corners. Maybe a little bit more. And that will be our pocket. So I'll put this aside as well so that it adheres, and then we're going to go ahead and do our stamping with our scrap piece of paper. I've already pre-stamped a few of the flowers, but I want to go ahead and show you the images just in case you haven't seen some of my previous videos, so that you can see how well the image stamps and how pretty it turns out to be. So see, I'm also going to need my petal pink. That looks fine. Okay. And then I'm going to do the medium. And then let's try doing some in the blue, or the pool party. And then I have my little small tulip here. Okay. So hopefully I've stamped enough images in between the ones that I had pre-made to the ones we just stamped. And then I'm going to be using this smoky slate to stamp out the stems, and I'll do that in the corner of this paper here. Might need another scrap. Okay. Let's leave that for now, and then let's go ahead and go back to the other piece that'll go in the inside of our card. Let me show you that. I'm gonna need something heavy to be on that thing. Okay. So we're doing a pool party tulip, and we're doing the large size. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm actually going to be needing these two. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the tulip first. Okay. And then I'm going to take out my stem. Let's do the other one. The one that's curved a bit. Oh no! Let's try that again. My mistake. Okay, so that's our large tulip. Let me go ahead and just put this on the side because I'll be needing it for the edges. And let's go ahead and try the stem again. Okay. And then for this instance, I'll be using some of the leaves as well. I'll be taking 2 of those out. So just a tad different because I used the thicker of the leaves here, but very cute also. So let me go ahead and put these away, or that one at least, and then I'm going to bring back the Pool Party, and we're going to go ahead and ink the edges with our sponge. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and put this one away. Now the only other stamping portion that we're going to do is with the very small Mother's Day stamp. And like I said, we're using this stamp set, and I'm using the Mother's Day from here, the Happy Mother's Day. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to try to small. This is not centered. Okay. Okay, that looks pretty good. Alright, so now we can put all of our ink pads away. And I'm going to go ahead and start layering this piece on the inside. And then we can go ahead and cut out the tulips and the stems. Okay. So I'm putting that stuff away for now. This is what we have so far. I'm going to put this away. And I'm going to go ahead and, as I said, cut these guys out. And I will be also fast forwarding this. You guys don't need to see me fussy cut all these flowers, or at least most of them anyway. Alright, so while we wait for those tulips to go ahead and dry, I'm going to go ahead and bring back the card, and I'm hoping that this guy dried, and it seems like it has. We're going to go ahead and put some more liquid glue and try to place it on our front of our card. And before we go ahead and do that, we're going to tie a pretty little knot using the lace trim. This is in Very Vanilla. And all I did was loop it around and then try my darnest to go ahead and make a pretty bow for you guys. So let's go ahead and see. Make sure I give myself enough to do the cute little bow. Okay. So I think that's enough. To give myself more give. Okay. This guy came out backwards. Let's try that again. Okay, I think that came out pretty decent. Okay. Pretty good. Came out a little straighter than this guy. So I'm very happy with that. I'm going to go ahead and trim it. Don't want long tails. Let's go put that away. I'm going to do the same to this guy. Okay. And what I'm going to do, and what I did for my other card, is I went ahead and used a glue dot. Just because I did not adhere it with anything else anywhere else. So it doesn't move and doesn't go anywhere. Make sure to do that. You could use more than one. I opted for using just the one. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere it with the good glue on the back. Okay. Okay. And then what we're going to be doing with our tulips is just filling them into place. And all I'm doing is applying glue on the back. And as you can see here, I tried a different color. I just really like the way that the smoky slate comes out with these colors. That, and maybe the fact that I absolutely love gray, could be it. Okay. Okay, this one I probably have to cut down. Let's go ahead and do that. Get rid of that. Okay. Let's dry fit this one. Okay. I do end up adding a little bit of additional glue in between the layers. Like up here, I pop these guys up on dimensionals so that they're not too flimsy when you're opening and closing. Okay, and last but not least, we're going to go ahead and do our sentiment. I'm going to go ahead and flag the ends of my petal pink piece of paper. Okay, and I'm going to be using some dimensionals for the Mother's Day. And then just center it. And I just attached it with some Tombow. Oops. Whoa. Well, I'm going to leave it on there so I can pick it up. that went wrong. Okay, and I'm just going to put it right here, right on the base of the flowers. And try to center it. Okay. And let me go ahead and get rid of this glue before it attaches. And then now let's go ahead and check out our flowers and see if we need some dimensionals. Maybe just for the few on the back. Now the only problem with doing this after the fact is that you're having to look and just make sure that you're able to place them in the right place, and you're having to lift your whole bouquet up, so to speak. And then I also went, where I didn't put some dimensionals, I went ahead and used a little bit of adhesive just so that the layers of those flowers stayed in place. So that helps a little bit for the ones in the back. And then I'm just going to do some little glue dots, or just using a little bit of adhesive here and there. Okay. That one's actually kind of good. Okay. Not too much, but just here and there where you see that it might need it. And this is what our card is like. It's a little bit different than this one, but I kind of wanted the same concept of the 3 big in the front and then the middle and then the smaller. But you can go any route that you'd like. And this is the inside. I think I smeared a little bit of ink. Try to get that off a little later. And this is our original. Alright guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed this tutorial today. If you haven't already, I would love it if you subscribe. And if you liked any of the items or products that I've used today in today's tutorial for this beautiful card using the Timeless Tulips or the paper, please feel free to email me or put it in the comments below. I'd be happy to send you a full list of materials. And I have also linked my online Stampin' Up store for your convenience. And other than that, if you have any questions or anything else that you would like to send me a private message, you can always use my email at learntolovediy@gmail.com. Thank you very, very much for watching, and you guys have a great day.